So beautiful. Lisa D. Ligori with Simple Beauty Minerals, clean, effective, natural beauty, a smaller, more personal, clean beauty brand. And today's topic is acne, blemishes, breakouts for anyone. Hi, Vivian. Nice to see you here. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Vivian and I went to high school together, so that's kind of cool. Okay, thank goodness for Facebook, right? Okay, so let's just start with what is acne. And if you have if you have had blemishes most of your life, or if you've had acne, you already know this, but let's go over it anyways as a refresh. So acne is where the hair follicles, otherwise known as pores, get clogged with extra oil, otherwise known as sebum, and dead skin cells. And then we get whiteheads and blackheads, pimples, and possibly cystic lesions that live underneath the skin. Those can be painful. So let's just talk about what those things are. And if you have any of these, let me know. Wave your hand. I'd love to help. And we're going to do that today. So first of all, whiteheads and blackheads are similar, but whiteheads are closed pores that have become clogged, and blackheads are open pores, and it's not dirt that you see, the discoloration. It's actually just the oil and sebum and the clogged pores oxidizing from the air because it's an open pore. So that's the difference between a whitehead and blackhead. And then there are papules, which are smaller, almost like a rash. They can be brown, pink, red in color, even purple. There's no pus, but like I said, kind of like a rash that does go under the heading of acne. And then there's pimples. So if you think of lumping whiteheads and blackheads together, and then papules and pimples together, pimples are papules with pus, and otherwise known as pustules. Okay, and the last two are nodules, which are large, solid, painful, beneath the skin inflammations, clogged pores, and they can turn into, or you can get separately, cystic lesions, which fill with pus, but they're underneath those, so they're more painful, and you can't extract them because they're underneath. All right. So what are the causes of some of these, right? Excess oil, of course, excess sebum, and we think of, again, adolescence, but not always. It can go all the way through your life. You can have excess oil. The hair follicles or the pores get clogged with dead skin and the excess oil, which we talked about, and bacteria. It's called, for abbreviation, P. acnes is the bacteria that has been discovered that specifically creates acne. Whereas we all live with it on our skin. It's actually good for the health of our skin, but some of us are more prone to the bacteria affecting us in a negative way. And that can happen, again, like I said, all through our lives. And the last one is excess hormone activity, which is why we link it to adolescence. There's definitely excess hormone activity then, right? Okay, 4 factors that make it worse. We've got hormones, we talked about, some medications, diet and stress, and we're gonna come back to this. Diet and stress. Let me know if you're having any issues with breakouts since we've been sheltering in place, worse than you used to. Because it's actually quite common. You can do a Google search for it, and like everybody's talking about, why is my skin breaking out? So we're gonna circle back to that. And if I forget, please give me a little slap and remind me to come back to it. Also, another factor that makes it work, touching your skin. Things that cause pressure and friction. Your cell phone, always on your skin. Backpacks, collars, high collars, helmets, those kinds of things regularly can cause breakouts as well. Okay, let's talk about diet. Studies have shown that dairy and flour, I would say refined flour, have an impact on how your skin behaves in terms of breakouts. So think about what's happening right now. They've also shown stress, of course. So right now, collectively, we are all under stress, whether it's a low-grade stress or a higher grade stress. That's going to affect your skin. And are you home more? Yeah, we're home more and we're eating differently. A lot of people are baking, hence the flour not on the grocery store shelves. Hard to find that, right? So everybody's baking, eating more comfort foods, flour, refined sugar, and that leans towards breakouts and blemishes. So consider that. All right, so what to do about all this? You know, there's really 3 simple steps to take care of breakouts and acne, but they take some time. So you need to be patient, and it's frustrating. I know if you or a loved one has acne, if you have teenagers in your life and they're starting to get breakouts, it's frustrating. And we feel for them as we remember what it's like, but also us as adults, we can experience this as well. Begin with over-the-counter products. Give it 2, 3, even 4 months, 6 to 12 weeks for sure, because that's how long it takes for products to work down at the cellular level to create better behaved skin cells, then for those skin cells to make it to the top with improved skin. Okay, so I'm going to go over some products within Simple Beauty Minerals, and then I'm going to go over some products with outside of Simple Beauty Minerals that will be helpful. There are basically, let me see, 3 ingredients. I'm going to come to that in just a minute. But first, cleansers. If you have oily skin, you want to make sure, remember excess oily cause it leads towards breakouts. You want to make sure you're using a good cleanser that doesn't have any extra oil, such as the pink mineral cleansing bar. This is our beloved bar. This is how it comes in the package. So this is an inexpensive way to help with oily, blemished skin. Both my daughter and my husband use this. My husband's been using it for years. I use it, but I mix my cleansers up a lot. And my daughter is 20. She still works with acne. How do you like that? And I'm going to show you some of the things that she does that helps. But it's a great, and she has, actually, this is a tricky combination. She has blemishes and dry skin, but this works because it's got chamomile, which is soothing. It's got kaolin clay, which helps absorb oil. And so it works really well for blemish and acne skin. So make sure your cleanser doesn't have a lot of, it's not a lotion or a cream. The other option is the Essential Mineral Foaming Gel. This is a great option if you have oilier skin or blemished acneic skin. It is a gel cleanser. Okay, washes off with water. All right, so next thing, one of the first ingredients you want to be using for sure if you have this condition is salicylic acid. We're going to call her Sal. And Sal lives in Clear Skin Serum. All right, so this is something you want to be using on a regular basis. You can spot treat or you can use it on your entire face. Avoid very subtly here, mixed with a lotion to help with fine lines and wrinkles. That's another topic. We can get. You could go back and look at some of my eye tutorials, and I talk more about that. But Clear Skin Serum has a combination of salicylic acid and other botanicals that help to do what we talked about, to clean out the pores, take care of the P. acnes bacteria, and make sure that your skin is sloughing off the dead skin. So this can be used every day, spot treat, in addition to all over the face, wherever you're breaking out on the chest, on the back. It works. Okay, salicylic acid is best for whiteheads and blackheads. If you have pimples or pustules, then you're going to be wanting to also use or alternatively use benzoyl peroxide. Benzoyl peroxide works for pustules, pimples, where there's pus and redness, okay? So again, salicylic acid is excellent for whiteheads and blackheads. If you don't have those, but you have pimples, you want benzoyl peroxide. If you have both, you want to use both. So benzoyl peroxide 2.5% is what you want. It works just as effectively as the higher. I think you can get up to 10%, but that's more drying and irritating. 2.5% studies have shown works just as well, and you can get it over the counter at the drugstore. So I will put a link for you. You can get it on Amazon too. Benzoyl peroxide, 2.5%. It's under $20, I think. So I will link that. So that's another solve. And then, so salicylic acid, whiteheads and blackheads and blemishes can help too. But if you really suffer with blemishes and acne, add in benzoyl peroxide. All right. Now, the third ingredient is a retinoid, specifically Adapalene. Adapalene can be purchased over the counter. It is the only retinoid, vitamin A derivative, that can be purchased over the counter. And it is in a product called Differin. And Differin, I think, is $12 or under $20. I get the two product price points mixed up, but I'll link it up in the description above. So Differin can be purchased over the counter at your drugstore via Amazon. I'll send you a link, and it works beautifully to help skin cells speed up and slough off better. Regulates cell turnover to prevent clogging, and it reduces redness. So you want a combination of Adapalene and either benzoyl peroxide or salicylic acid, or both salicylic acid and benzoyl peroxide with Adapalene, which is Differin. Okay, so that's important to note. I just want to tell you that, let me get a couple reminders for myself. My daughter, who's 20, still, she's like, shouldn't I be done yet? I'm 20 with breakouts. It doesn't always work like that, right? We went to the dermatologist and she got Epiduo. Now, Epiduo is a prescription, and if you were to buy it without insurance, it's over $400. Come on. But we have insurance, so we pay $55, which is ridiculous. I think that as a backup, we're going to go to Differin and benzoyl peroxide for her. But that's exactly what this is. What did I say? Benzoyl peroxide and Adapalene. That's what this is. It's the combination of the two. Okay? So just want you to know, you do not have to pay an arm and a leg and get them over the counter. I will link to them for you so it's easy. Bam, there it is. If you, like my daughter, suffer through acne or blemished skin and dry skin, because it's such a hard combination because most of the products want to absorb oil, you need a lotion as well. So the Pomegranate Balancing Lotion is known to help balance and regulate sebum production. So if you also have dry skin and it's non-comedogenic, means it won't clog pores, you can use the Pomegranate Balancing Lotion to help ease the dryness. You can also use Calm Down oil. I'm trying to think what else my daughter has used to solve that. She also has liked olive oil lotion and sometimes olive oil cream. So you got to play with it to see what works for your dry skin that doesn't make you break out. It is a fine line, and it is something, if you have breakouts and dry skin, you will constantly be trying to sort out. It's really tricky. I will not deny that. So here's the last thing. A reminder, you need to try the products, try over the counter. Oh, wait, back up. If you do all this and this is where I was going, you were consistent for 6 to 12 weeks. Consistency compounds. You will not get results unless you do this for 6 to 12 weeks. Remember, the cells have to find their way back up to the surface. It takes time. That's how our systems work, how our bodies work. And you're not seeing results, then you need to up your game and go to a dermatologist and see what they have to say and if they can help. But try over the counter first. And that is what I have for you today. I want to thank you so much for joining me, for being here with me. I really, really appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure that you follow and like and click get notifications so you can see when I'm going live and teaching tutorials. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. The channel is just in its infancy and I'm having fun creating more streamlined content out of these videos for YouTube, so make sure you subscribe there. I'll put the link above as well. And I will see you on the flip side.